3,000. That's the number of jobs I've applied.
Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the job market is hell at this point. So a lot of people are looking for jobs, but they can't find the jobs. Even if they go on Indeed, LinkedIn, there's nothing they're finding. So I've put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my 2 cents.
3,000. That's the number of jobs I've applied to as of today. 3,000 jobs. During the course of the year and a half that I've been out of work after a injury that happened on the job, trying to find another job has been so difficult. Now, mind you, I have 25 years experience as a sales manager, 29 years as an event manager. I'm well overqualified for any job I apply to, but yet, for some reason, over the course of me applying to 3,000 jobs, I've only had 9 interviews, and I've had maybe 15 callbacks, and all the other ones are fake. These days, you have to actually look at the actual website versus Indeed or LinkedIn, but both of those sites are basically worthless. They're now becoming social media sites where it's more about popularity versus an actual job. So, I'm just putting it out there. Tomorrow is my birthday. It would be really nice if I could find work. So I'm putting that out there to the gods above. There's only so much resources that I can use before I run out of money. And frankly, the market is that bad. Is anybody else having that problem? I'd love to hear your story. I don't know if you've applied to 3,000 jobs. Have a nice day.
And another thing, because this gets me heated, unless you've been on a job search in the last 2 years, you do not know how bad it is out here. The job market is trash. Basura, it's been bad. I'm talking about applying to 20 jobs a day, reaching out to recruiters, doing this on LinkedIn, and hearing crickets. People are trying. People are not lazy. And then people who have a job give the most useless advice, like, why don't you tailor your resume to every single job? You don't think that I've done that? Unless your job is hiring and you have a referral.
The job market is insane. These corporations, they're losing their minds. Hear my story, y'all. Y'all, I know y'all know me as a beauty girl, but I spent the last 11 years in corporate HR. So on like a month ago, I had somebody reach out to me on LinkedIn, and he was like, hey, we had this director level role in HR. We took a look at your LinkedIn and your resume. Hey, we think this would be a good fit for you. I'm like, okay, let me think about it. So we get on the Zoom call. They tell me all this good stuff about the role. They're like, yes, a director level role. It's remote. It's high 6 figures. Unlimited PTO. Like, you gonna run this whole department. I said, okay, cool. We do the interview. Everything is all fine and dandy. I'm like, okay, I could consider this. Y'all, that was a month ago. I reached out to them for 2 weeks. Like, I sent like 2 or 3 emails just to follow up, make sure that I didn't do something wrong. Didn't hear back. I moved on. I said, God covered me. Y'all, that man reached out to me today on a Sunday. And this is what he said. He said, number 1, they want me to create a 45-minute to an hour PowerPoint presentation. They want to give me 4 questions on the issues that they're experiencing within the organization. And they want me to tell them how I would fix it. Like, how I would come in and implement a strategy to fix it. Okay, that's number 1. So I said, compensation. What does it look like for this presentation? They said, oh, we're not. He's like, no, you're not getting compensated, but it will help us in our decision making. Oh, it'll help you, but not me. Okay, cool. Y'all. The man then proceeded to say they want to keep the presentation after it's over. He's like, we want ownership of it. We just feel like, with this and strategy, we want to be able to keep it. So really what you're doing is playing in my face. You want me to fix your problem for free, then not hire me, but think you're going to fix your organization's problem with my presentation. Y'all are sick. Y'all are losing your minds. You're losing it up here. Because what in the world made you think that I was gonna go for that? I'm curious to know, what made you think that you had a goofy? Bozo, do I got a big red nose on? Come on now.
If you want to know how bad the job market is in 2025, today I had a job interview. for a retail sales associate position at a pool store. It's not fucking rocket science. I'm selling pools. I'm selling jacuzzis. I'm reading chemicals in a little machine. I thought, I'm pretty capable of that. Okay, cool. The message I get is, are you available Tuesday, March 25th at 1 p.m.? I reply with, yes, I am available Tuesday, March 25th at 1 p.m. The response to that was, great, thanks. Okay? So if you were going to have an interview, where would you go to have this interview? To the location of the pool store where you'd be working? Wrong. Well, today, when I went to the location of the pool store where I thought I'd be working, I walked in and they said to me, no one will be giving you an interview today. I'm not a manager, this guy next to me is not a manager, and our manager will not be back into this building until Thursday. I say, okay, that's fine. That's okay. I have not been trembling in anxiety for the past 4 hours anticipating this interview. Have a great day. I walk my cute little ass out of that pool store and into the Japanese market across the street. I walk around. I browse the Bulldog ramen and I think to myself, let me message this fucking pool company. Because what? Yeah, they reply with, should have came to address. What? How? No one. Right. In the message, it just said, are you available March 25th? And then on the application, on 2 separate places, it has the address of the location that I just came. Yeah, you're right. So then I replied with, oh, would you still like me to come today for that interview? Within seconds, if we're being honest. It wasn't even a minute. I was staring directly at my phone for upwards of 20 minutes in my car waiting for someone to reply. Nothing. No response. I waited until 1:20. And then I was like, I need to go home and get ready for the job that I already have. And I know you're thinking, in your big boomer brain, well, he gave you the address. You should go to that interview and show them that you are capable of doing something like this. I don't want to run around town for a company that's not even paying me yet. For a retail sales associate position at a pool store. I don't want to have to magically conjure up spells in my mind to figure out where the fucking location of my interview is going to be. I don't want to have to be a psychic. I don't want to have to throw dice on a fucking table and then talk to some spirits to figure out where the location of my interview is going to be. Sending me the location of my interview 2 minutes after the interview takes place? 2 minutes after the interview is supposed to be taking place, I'm sitting in the parking lot of where I thought I'd be working. But no. I'm in my bed, getting ready to go to work. A different kind of job. Seafood. I just love water. That's something about me. Can't get away from that water. That's that cancer in me. Not like actual cancer, just like like the zodiac. I'm having a bad week. I'm having a really, really bad week.
If I apply for another job that requires me to answer a personality-driven quiz with a sliding scale ranging from strongly agree to strongly disagree, that's around 60 questions long before you even give me an interview, I'm just going to start signing your email and phone number up for Scientology. Because what the fuck? Why are you making me answer this? Why are you making me answer cult tactic-ass questions about my personality? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were fucking BuzzFeed. Yeah, let the Jehovah's Witnesses deal with you next. I'm not the one.
After
After weeks of consideration, we have decided to go with another candidate who is better suited to our needs at this time. It was noted during your interviews, you told both our recruiter and the hiring manager that they wasted your time because they were late, and that you took time off work just to hear a lowball offer and that we should have posted the salary range in the job description. We told you that we do this so people don't apply just for the money, after which you replied, "What money?" Thank you for your time and consideration. The gall that some companies have. I have a story like this. When I was applying for jobs, I had a lot of interviews kind of during COVID. I remember I went to one. It was a phone interview first. They didn't call me when they were supposed to. I called them, they didn't answer. 2 hours later, they called me and were very short, didn't even acknowledge that they were late. I get to the second interview, so I go to the office and they are closed. Like the door's unlocked, but all the lights are off. There's no one at the front desk. There's nobody there. I walk around for like 45 minutes. Can't find anybody. Finally find a guy in like a back corner office. And he goes, I guess you're the interview. And he then told me that it was actually a commission only position and that they had only put a salary range on the job posting so that people would apply.
I'm not gonna post this unless I get the job, but I just finished my interview. And it was roughly about 20 minutes. And she's gonna send me over to the supervisor over her, and I have a second interview, and I just really want to get this. I just really want to get this, and I'm gonna continue to put in applications, and hopefully I can get something I can also do during the days, and I just want it to work out. I told myself I would post it if I got the job because I know that I have some of my followers that are going through similar situations, and I know that people are really struggling out here, and I did get the job and I'm so grateful. And if nothing else, I just want to tell you not to give up because temporary situations do change. And yeah, love you guys.
That's a video, guys. I'm just here also to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. The job market is really bad at this point. So let me just be honest. Everywhere you look, companies are laying off workers while still posting new jobs opening they have no intention of filling. It's a performative game. Employers are constantly saying they can't find qualified candidates, but the requirements are ridiculous. Entry level jobs demanding 5+ years of experience, degrees for roles that pay barely enough to cover rent and unpaid internships. Okay, and the rise of AI and automation taking over roles that real people used to fill. Jobs are disappearing or evolving faster than people can retrain, leaving entire segment of workers feeling isolated. There is the insane competition. You're not just up against local applications, you're competing with people from around the world. The oversaturation of talent and underwhelming number of well-paying jobs means that even high skilled people are settling for low wages roles by overqualified for. That creates a ripple effect. Entry level workers can't get it, mid career workers are stuck, and senior professionals are fighting to stay relevant. It's a trap, and nobody's really winning except the corporations saving money throughout layoff, outsourcing, and gig work. Let's talk about those booming industries people keep pointing to: tech, healthcare, logistics. Sure, some sectors are still hiring, but that doesn't mean they're treating workers well. In many cases, they are underpaying, overworking, and replacing people, the first sign of burnout or resistance. The rise of contract laws, gig jobs, and temporary placements has created a new kind of insecurity where workers are expandable and benefit like health insurance, paid leaves are luxurious. People are grinding just to stay afloat, juggling 2 or 3 jobs, sacrificing mental health, family time, and personal growth just to make ends meet. And let's be real, age, race, gender, and even where you live still affect how you're treated in the hiring process. Discrimination is alive and well, even if it's hidden behind polished diversity statements and performative illusions, promises. If you're a woman, especially a mother or a person of color, or an older worker trying to re-enter the market, chances are you have felt, how could uh, these people be cruel? It can't be out there. People are being judged not just by what they know or what they can do, but how they look like, their accent or their social media profile. Then companies comes with the pressure to constantly be on. You're supposed to be networking, branding yourself, building your online presence, keeping your LinkedIn updated, learning new skills on the side, improving your value every single day. It's exhausting. People are unemployed and even unemployed doesn't just hurt your pocket, it crushes your self esteem. It can trigger depression, anxiety, and even deep feeling of hopelessness. Yet people don't talk about it enough. We act like hustle culture is the answer when it's really just masking the root underneath. This is not just enough path. This is a structure problem. Workers are being squeezed on all sides while the cost of living rises. Rent is high, okay, food is more expensive, and even basic healthcare is out of reach for millions. So imagine trying to apply for jobs while worrying about whether you can afford your next meal or internet connection, and then some hiring manager send you an automated rejection 30 days later for a job you were perfectly qualified for. People say just keep trying, but they don't understand how soul crushing it can be. The job market is not broken, it's been intentionally designed this way to benefit the top while keeping everyone else scrambled, divided, and desperate. There is no loyalty anymore from employers. They cut you loose without notice, okay? Expect you train your replacement and offer you nothing but a pat on the back. So if you're struggling right now, know this, it's not just you, it's a system. You're not lazy, you're not entitled, you're just surviving in a time where survival itself has become a full-time job. The truth is the job market is hell at this point. So a lot of people are losing hope, like, am I going to find job? Like, it's really crazy because I watched a TikTok video today where a woman was going door to door, was going company by company to look for jobs, and she didn't even find one at this point. Like, she was just, I'm hoping to find a job, I'm just hoping, all these things, but it's not easy. It's not easy at all. People have bills to pay, but they're just sacrificing. Okay, they have nothing to do. Like, a job is your stability. If you don't have a job, you can't buy food, you don't have money to pay rent. How are you going to live in this country, like, if you don't have anyone to do? So especially you need to find something for yourself just to secure yourself. At least you can buy food, you can put food on the table, you can eat. And for those people who have kids, like, it's very hard, especially those who are single mothers. Like, it's really really hard, yeah, for them to be well. Even their mental health is crashing at this point. They're losing it. They've hoped and hoped, but they're like almost quitting. So it's the job market is just too much at this point. Like, people are even running out of words how to describe how hard it is at this point. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next episode.